Donald Trump is thrown at the top of the 2016 GOP polls. It's looking like it's on shaky ground. Trump's position essentially unchanged from last month. He's grabbing 28% of the polls, but he's now being challenged by Senator Ted Cruz. The billionaire still leads Ted Cruz by 4 points. But Cruz is rocketing up 8 points in just 4 weeks' time. I am joined now by Fred Barnes. He's executive editor. He's one of the sharpest minds on politics at the Weekly Standard. And we also have Craig Varoga. He's a guy you got to listen to. He's over on the Democratic side. He's a Democratic strategist. Let's take it to you, Fred. Is this a serious run for it that Ted is making? Could he basically outpace Donald Trump, do you think?
Well, I mean, just look at Iowa. Ted Cruz has done a great job there appealing to conservatives, but particularly to evangelical conservatives, the Christians. It's a large block. The votes in the Republican caucuses there, and sure, Cruz could win there. And here's what particularly could happen, and that is if he wins and defeats Donald Trump, it could burst the balloon, the bubble that Trump may have created. I think it really is a bubble, and this could be extremely damaging for Trump, and of course help Cruz a lot.
It looks like Cruz is picking up Carson's voters there, right, Fred?
Those and others.
Yeah. Let me take it to you, Mr. Varoga. Here's the thing. Quinnipiac said that Donald Trump, half of those surveyed by Quinnipiac, said, you know, Donald Trump would be an embarrassment. 33% said that of Hillary Clinton. What does this mean for Mr. Trump and Hillary Clinton?
Well, if I were a Republican consultant instead of a Democrat, my head would be ready to explode because, as you just pointed out, 50% of the country is embarrassed by Donald Trump. He has very poor ratings among women. He's extremely controversial, and I think he would be a disaster for the Republican Party, not just at the presidential level, but it probably would ensure that the Democrats would win back the Senate.
Yeah, Fred Barnes, here's the thing. You know, it's this Sarah Palin effect. They're worried about having somebody that they don't trust or not having, they feel the temperament, to be anywhere the nuclear codes. But the question, too, separate from that, could Donald Trump take care of a lot of his problems with the Hispanic population and basically name a Hispanic as vice president? I know I double-barreled a question for you there. Just give me answers on both.
Is that for me?
Yes, it is for you, Fred Barnes.
I don't think, look, Donald Trump naming an Hispanic, I don't think there's an Hispanic who would have reach with the Hispanic vote who would be on the ticket with Donald Trump. Look, and besides, the vice presidential running mate doesn't help much or hurt much. The truth is that Donald Trump, I think, cannot win. He can win the Republican nomination. He can't win a general election. He has just alienated too many people. He will lose a lot of Republicans. I mean, I think some of the Republicans, and I talk to them all the time, and they say they're not going to vote for Trump they'll vote for Hillary over Trump. Now, some of those, I think, will wind up voting for Trump if he's the nominee, but an awful lot of them won't. Hispanics, minorities, immigrants aren't going to vote for Trump, and he can't win as a result.
Okay, thank you, Fred Barnes and Craig Varoga. Thank you so much for being with us. Merry Christmas to you both. Now